What's up, my beautiful people, and welcome to On the Block with Jen film review, courtesy of Black Films Rock. If you are not following Black Films Rock and you're interested in Black films, what are you doing? So after you're done here, go there to all social media platforms. They are under Black Films Rock. It really is your one-stop shop for Black filmmaking tutorials, Black celeb gossip, interviews and Q&As with up-and-coming actors, directors, writers, filmmakers, etc., etc. Black Films Rock on all social media platforms. Okay, guys, so let's get into coming to America. Let's discuss the cast first. So, of course, you're going to see the main players: Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, Louis Anderson, Shari Headley, Vanessa Bell Calloway, right? Who you won't see this go round is Cuba Gooding, Sam Jackson, Eric LaSalle, Madge Sinclair, who we tragically lost in 1995 after her 13-year battle with leukemia. But thankfully, artistry is immortal, and she left us with some amazing works in some classic films like Cornbread Earl and Me, Coming to America, of course, and Roots. If you're more interested in Madge Sinclair's filmography, please go to IMDb and look her up. We also have newcomer Jermaine Fowler, who plays Lavelle in the film, who is Prince Akeem's son in the film, his bastard child in the film. I'm kind of a casting snob, so I would have loved to see someone like Childish Gambino be cast as Prince Akeem's son. I just think Childish has a knack for comedic timing and acting with his face. Some actors and comedians perform with their face, like Jonah Hill. And sometimes they just sit there and make you laugh because it's almost like you know what they're thinking before they say it. They are so present. But that's just my personal preference. I thought he would have been a cool addition to the cast, right? But that's neither here nor there. That's just my personal opinion. All right, guys. So let's get into Eric LaSalle. Why isn't Eric LaSalle coming to America? So Eric said that, he doesn't really believe in going back in time, right? And I'm paraphrasing here, right? I'm not quoting him verbatim, but he's just in a place now where he's moved forward from coming to America. He's doing great in his career. He's producing, he's directing behind the scenes, X, Y, and Z. So he was like, he just didn't feel a need to visit, be a cast member of Coming to America. He wishes them all the best, and he's glad that the team is together, but it's just not for him. So I think that's great. Some people just move on from things. It doesn't mean anything. Sometimes people, forward is the only direction for them, and that's a good thing, right? But fast forward, and the writers of Coming to America revealed what role they had for Eric LaSalle, and it gave me some clarity as to why he didn't bother with the role, right? So basically, he was Mr. Super Soul Glow in Coming to America, the original film. So this go round, they wanted to write in Eric LaSalle, went completely bald, and he wears a Jerry curl wig, and then he snatches it off, and now he's Mr. Soul Grow. In other words, he went bald, so now he's selling a product called Soul Grow, and they were just going to place him in a commercial in the background in one of the scenes of Coming to America. So Eric LaSalle declined, which is fine. Honestly, if I was Eric LaSalle and I was that established and I was working on some amazing things, I probably would have declined too. I would have been like, you don't need me for that. Okay, so now let's get into just my personal opinion of the film. I didn't think it was funny, guys. I didn't think it was funny. I enjoyed the reunion. To me, it was Coming to America, the reunion. But that they could have did that at a party. They could have did that on a Zoom, and sold $10 tickets for us to look in. Because as you know, this film, the original was 30 years ago. We're talking 3 decades in the making, right? So of course you're going to watch. You're curious to see what everybody looks like, sounds like, where they are. They added Wesley Snipes to the cast, which I thought was really cool. I thought he was funny. So, you're going to tune in to see, right? So it becomes more of a spectacle, and it's kind of hard to suspend your disbelief because it's like you just want to see what everybody looks like, right? It's our curiosity. But I was too busy doing that and not really getting into the comedy because I felt there was no comedy. I thought the writing was lazy, sorry. It reminded me of The Little Mermaid. And I know you're thinking, The Little Mermaid. Yeah, it reminded me of The Little Mermaid 2, where it's like, the original Little Mermaid, Ariel was a fish, a mermaid, and she wanted legs. So in Little Mermaid 2, she had a daughter, and the daughter was born with legs, and she wanted to be a mermaid, right? So to me, they just flipped the story around. So in Coming to America, it's basically the same thing, but they didn't even bother to flip the story around. Like, Prince Akeem finds his bastard son in Queens, and his bastard son, is brought into these riches and being, this African kingdom. And he's like, oh, I don't really want this. I want the regular girl. I don't want to marry a princess. The princess, who happens to be played by Teyana Taylor. As you know, Teyana Taylor has the most banging body in the business. So she's played by Teyana Taylor, and it was nice to see Teyana Taylor. Also, the costumes are absolutely amazing. So shout out to the costume design department. So, going back to my comparison to The Little Mermaid, they just doubled the story. Like, they didn't even switch it around. So Prince Akeem finds his bastard son in Queens, brings him back, and then brings him into this kingdom. And he's like, oh, wow, rich, money. And then he's like, oh, I don't want all of this. I want the regular girl, which is the exact same thing that happened in the original Coming to America, right? So a lot of people are saying, well, if you're watching it for it to be better than the original, or if you're watching it to be amazed by it, then you're doing the wrong thing. It's just like, it's just a sequel. You shouldn't be so expecting of it. I'm not expecting anything. The only thing I am expecting is, if your film falls under the genre comedy, then I am expecting to laugh, regardless if it's a sequel or your first time out, right? So I think when you have a room full of heavyweight comedians, such as Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall and Louis Anderson, I'm expecting, for my abs to hurt, laughing, being doubled over from laughter. That is what I am expecting from a comedy. Very similar to my movie review of Tenet, where people were like, oh, if you're expecting John David Washington to be as good as his dad, Denzel Washington, then you're barking up the wrong tree. Just watch the movie. I'm not expecting John David Washington to be as good as Denzel, but I'm expecting him to be a good actor if he's getting A-list roles, right? So I was expecting Coming to America to be funny. My bad. I thought I was watching a comedy. So if you're nostalgic about Coming to America, the original, by all means, watch Coming to America. You'll get to see the whole team again. It was really, really cool. The costumes were amazing. The soundtrack sucked. It made no sense to me, but whatever. Someone decided that was the right thing to do. So that's what I feel about the film. Also, I find it interesting how the film is being marketed. As you know, we're living in very, very racial sensitive times. So you're going to see a lot of little articles in here and there that have to do with race and color regarding every project that drops now, right? Very specifically, Vanessa Bell Calloway just released a whole statement about how she wanted to play Lisa, which is played by Shari Headley, the role. And she said she was too dark, right? She was too dark skinned to play that role. So they gave her the role of Princess Amani. So apparently she was too dark to play Lisa, but not too dark to play Princess Amani. I thought Princess Amani was a classic character. I mean, you have people dressing up in costumes for Halloween, from little girls to adult women dressing up as Princess Amani. So that to me means you're a classic character. Once you go Halloween costume, you're a classic. The only thing I didn't like about the character this second go round was, again, lazy writing. They made her hopping on one leg again and barking, right? So 30 years later, Princess Amani is literally still hopping on one leg and barking. I thought that was lazy writing. I thought 30 years later, they could have came back around and wrote something a lot funnier for her character. But somebody said, hey, she barked and hopped in the first one. Let's make her bark and hop in the second one. So yeah, no. So you're going to see, not just with this film, but a lot of films are being marketed this way now. Because like I said, colorism thing, racism thing, you know what I mean? And some people may say, hey, it's just coincidence that she's dropping that story now. And some people may say, hey, she's doing, she dropped that because it creates a buzz for the film. So either way, it was a cool film to watch if you're not doing anything else, but do not expect to laugh, right? Just expect to see the whole team back again. And, it will really, curiosity about how everybody looks now. So I don't see like a third Coming to America, you know, in waiting in the wings. I thought it was cool, you know what I mean, to see everybody. But again, they could have did that on a Zoom show. All right, guys, so that is my review. Let me know in the comments what you thought, agree, disagree, or what you felt about the characters and specifically the writing, right? Because we're in Black Films Rock, so all our upcoming stars should have a lot of opinions. Also, in the comments get spicy on Black Films Rock, so you better know your Black film trivia. All right, guys, so see you soon. And if you want to see another film review from me, let me know that too. Whether you want to or not, I'm going to keep reviewing films anyway. So you might as well jump on board, but I'm open to your opinions. All right, guys, so this is On the Block with Jen for Black Films Rock. Mwah. Stay safe and healthy.